We got everyone back in? All right, we're going to get ready to start up the second part of our show. And yeah, it is that kind of show. Whoa, yeah. And for the record, I do still have on that piece of Spider-Man apparel, but only because the gift shop does not sell men's underwear with the Hampton logo yet. We're working on that. So if I can be serious for just a minute, let's talk about how great it is to be here at the Hampton History Museum. This is such an amazing place, and not just because Tornado Bait is here tonight. This is a great, great place, and I truly believe every town, every city should have a museum like this that tells its unique story. What's beautiful about a museum like this is there could be another museum the next town over. It could be in Newport News or York County or Norfolk, and they could tell their story in just as much detail, and they wouldn't overlap because each town's history is distinct and unique. And I love that we have a museum like this that tells that story for Hampton. And with all due respect for those other towns and those other cities, they can't touch Hampton for history. They just can't. We've got Fort Monroe, and we have got Point Comfort, and we've got the Emancipation Oak, and we've got the NASA Langley Research Center, where the U.S. space program began. And this museum tells that story so well. And so I wanted to talk a little bit now, before Tornado Bait comes on, about one of my favorite chapters of Hampton history, and that is the part that pertains to Blackbeard the pirate, and more specifically, his head. Blackbeard was a terrible pirate, or he was a very good pirate, if you want to look at it another way. He was very good at what he did, which is to say sailing around the Atlantic and robbing people. But that all changed in 1718, more than 300 years ago, within walking distance of where we are right now. Blackbeard the pirate was captured by a British naval officer just offshore, and they shot at each other, and they had a sword fight that historians tell us looked nothing at all like the one in The Princess Bride. I am not left-handed either, ha-ha. It was not like that. And Blackbeard was killed, and when he was dead, they cut off his head, and they brought it here to Hampton, and they put it on a stick right out there on the shore. You could walk to where it was, and it was a warning to other pirates. They put that head there right on the shore, and it was supposed to tell other pirates, "Avast, you scalawags. If you try any of your pirate stuff here, this is what's going to happen to you." And you got to think it was pretty effective. I think a lot of pirates, maybe they wanted to loot the Air and Space Center or something, and they took one look at that head, and they said, maybe we go down and ransack Nag's Head. What do you think? But the thing is, it was up there for years. This is a true story. The head was up there for years. We don't know how many years. It was more than 3, less than 10. It stayed up there until someone said, maybe it's time we take that rotting skull down. And I keep thinking, how'd you like to be the public works guy who got that task? It stayed up there long enough that people just kind of got used to it. So like if you had visitors coming, you would tell them, Well, come up the road until you see the severed head on the stick, and then turn right, and we're about 300 yards up the road. Or if they were coming from the other direction, you might say to them, hey, while you're here, I'm going to show you the sights, right? The Chesapeake Bay, the beautiful architecture, Blackbeard's severed head. And it was a threat to the other pirates. If you try and rob us here in Hampton, we're going to cut off your head and put it up like a bowling trophy. And there was another part of the threat, really, which was hundreds of years from now, our descendants are going to have a party every year, and they're going to dress up like you, and they're going to make fun of the way you talk, and they're going to make you look like cartoon characters. And it's going to happen right here. Blackbeard Festival, June 2 through 4 of 2023. The steampunk event will be right here at the museum the same weekend. Don't miss it. I went back and forth on whether to tell that story because we're celebrating the holidays. And there are very few holiday traditions that have to do with severed heads on sticks. But it is part of Hampton's history, so I wanted to share it. And I hope it doesn't give anybody nightmares, because God knows we got enough to keep us awake at night. I don't know if you guys are like me. You ever get some strange random thought in your head while you're lying in bed, and all of a sudden you can't stop thinking about it?
Yeah, that's why we're here tonight.
That's why we're here tonight. Last night, I'm lying in bed, and at 1 in the morning it hits me. Why, when I go to CVS and I buy 3 items for $7, is my receipt 5 feet long? This receipt is as long as Missy. This happens to me so often that I actually have a notebook that I keep on my nightstand, and I record these thoughts that I can't get out of my head. And I actually brought the notebook with me tonight. I wanted to share some of these with you. I don't know, maybe some of you guys have thought about these things. What do you do if the recipe says room temperature, but you're cooking in an igloo? In a 2-story building, why does the elevator have buttons? I work in City Hall in Hampton, by the way, 9-story building, and they are nice enough to put in foot pedals on our elevators, so we don't have to push the buttons, which is great. Except now in any other building, I stand in front of the elevator like kicking the wall, looking like a fool because I forget to use the buttons. Here's a good one. What would be the target audience for a book called Ventriloquism for Dummies? Was Bingo the name of the dog or the name of the farmer? Try thinking about that. The telephone was invented by a man named Bell. 150 years later, when we get a call, we hear a ringing sound. What if the telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Jackhammer? Why do we need a disposable razor with 6 blades? Have you ever seen a whisker? It's like this big. And you're coming after it with 6 blades. What are the 4th and 5th and 6th blades doing? When you have to kill a mosquito, do you go after it and try and run it over with a truck? These are the things that keep me awake at night. And I don't know what'll keep me awake tonight, but I know what we've got next. We've got tornado bait next. So give it up for these guys.
Posse up, guys.
Well, I'm gonna bring that whole story full circle, and I'm gonna say the reason we talked about Blackbeard is because y'all want me to make Christmas tree ornaments so you can warn your friends that come from the other cities when they see Blackbeard's head hanging on your tree. My other thought is, now that Blackbeard's gone, am I here to scare y'all? So that's where we're left at. That's the impasse here. Jeez. Who is in my band this year? Boy, this is exciting. So everybody told me, I don't know if you guys watched the movie. For those of you that did, thank you. For those of you that didn't, just go give me a hit when you get back home. They all said my song Corona Christmas was going to be relevant. So are we ready to start this show? Hey, by the way, we brought our trunk of funk. Tommy's getting ready to channel the spirits right now. Got some bagheads over here. You know how it goes. It's a people's band. Join in if you want to. We're not going to force you to. Pink's doing sign language to somebody special back there. Oh, that's Rome. Hey, and before we start, thank you to Lonely Teardrops. Thank you to Coyote Beach. Thank you to Dwight Easter for providing this beautiful art. He said $5 a print. I mean, holy moly. Thank you to Panera Bread for catering this for us. Thank you to A&M Sound for hooking us up and doing the lights and everything, and Seamus and the museum and Christmas and God and my mother. And we're not going to Disneyland because they bought all the Christmas specials, so we're going to have our own. Let's do it. Corona Christmas. Normally I do this in the shower in front of my mirror, send somebody a video and say, did I do good, Mom? Mom, will you text me and tell me if it sounds good? Everybody say hi to Mama Sippy. Hi, Mom. That's my mom. I'm Mississippi. Mama Sippy's my mom. She's pretty cool. So anyways, let's just keep this moving because it's Christmas, right? Because it's Christmas. I wish you were here with your mistletoe. So can you guys hear me all right? Yeah. I'm pretty loud. My bad. Nothing. I'm still on the nice list. Still on the nice list. Hampton hasn't cut my head off yet and put it on a sign to warn people at the entrance to the tunnel, so I think we're doing good. Hey, so I really like that Coyote Beach song, Christmas Funeral. It's awful, and I'm sorry for anybody dealing with it, but it's real. It makes me think of breakups. Don't break up with somebody at Christmas time. That's really crummy to do. You get you put right on the naughty list. So let's do Hard on a String. Boy, those lights I flung at y'all feel a little dangerous now. And I'm glad everybody caught him. Bank account's a little low, can't afford a liability. So hey, seems like we've had everything represented tonight. We've got our spiders, we've got our friends, we've got Christmas. Coyote Beach represented solstice, gave us a little secular break. But for me, well, Jesus is the reason for the season. So we're gonna do a little bit of Jesus crust. We love you too. All right, don't let the spiders from Mars get you. Now remember, we got some bagheads up here at the front. Well, I would say Jesus would like that grilled cheese a lot. I think he would. So, as y'all know, I'm not mad at any men this year. So, I brought my own nutcrackers just to keep in the theme of what I've been doing the past 6 years. We won't elaborate on that.
Thank you.
But, hey, if anybody'd like to inspire me to write next year's set. Anyways, let's do Can't Break Up. You'll never get rid of me.
Do
the season tradition, can you hand me that Merry Christmas bag right there, Tommy? Tommy Baghead? That's Uncle Baghead. Mainly because that bag makes me feel weird, so I added Uncle to it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Uncle Baghead. They'll cancel you next year, too. They'll say we can't have bagheads. It's not cool. So, hey, we're going to have a wrap-off. Where's Mr. Holtzclaw? Mr. Claw. Well, we got some, I was going to say toilet paper here, but nobody needs to know that's what I'm using at home. You just crinkle it up a bunch of times in your hand until it's soft. And bam, free toilet paper. So look, guys, I got some safety scissors. Chris, you want to come up here and have a wrap-off? All right, we got safety scissors for you guys. We're going to sing this song. It's going to be a rapping competition. I don't know what's in this because I haven't opened it since last year. I also haven't received an alimony payment since last year, so the surprise is on you. I hope not. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Guys,
Should we take the plastic off the wrapper?
I don't know what's in here, but y'all pick something out and wrap it up for each other. There you go. Y'all just pick something out and get ready. Let's do this. When you think of Friends. With those safety scissors, I hold no responsibility. Now this song is almost over. So let's stop Christmas. You never think of me, baby. I never want to be alone with a big old Christmas tree. It's a rabbit, boys. Well, is that tape empty? Man. Oh wait, it hasn't even started. That's the generic stuff. Just keep rapping. Mike, I'm sorry, but Chris rapped that really fast. Chris, you're the winner this year. I'm sorry. You got to stop bringing such fabulous men with you. Wow. Well, Chris Reckling, congratulations on that. That's awesome. And Mike's going to love what you picked out for him. Mike, I've been carrying that journal around for years, and one person wrote in it. Her name is Isabel. She's my biggest fan. But her mom doesn't talk to me anymore. Kind of, yeah. Anyways, so, I recently, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus here. I recently found out that somebody met a new family member here, and that got me to thinking about genetic testing and DNA testing and stuff. And, I know Christmas is about family and the holidays, and that's why I thought I could make it a better holiday this year. So I went and I got some DNA testing. I thought this year's going to be awesome. I'm going to spend Christmas with my real dad. Well, I got the results back. Turns out the guy who raised me is my real dad, so I was very disappointed. But hey, you guys are family, so I'm glad to be here with you. Let's do our last song. Hey, there's a bunch of stuff that y'all can take with you. I mean, in your car, but you ain't taking it with you when you're dead. So enjoy each other, enjoy the holidays. I love all of you. We're just trying to have a positive Christmas here. Use your crap in your stocking because you can't take it with you. And if you bury me, leave enough room for my hat. Go ahead, guys, let's do this. kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Well, hey, we're almost done. I got some butter cookies for everyone before you leave. Not for everyone. I mean, there's so many to attend. But hey, we've got an important man here tonight. Y'all know Chris Reckling? There we go. All right. We're going to give it up for Mr. Holtzclaw and Mike Reckling. And, man, they're going to read us out for the end of the night. We're going to have our local Hampton story. So let me cough up this mic.
Hey, let's hear it for Tornado Band, everybody. Come on, let's hear it for them. That's pretty awesome. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Hampton. Merry Christmas to Blackbeard. Merry Christmas to Mama Sippy and everybody else. You know, this is kind of funny. When Mike reached out to me, he said, hey, do you want to read a poem? Do you want to read a poem at a Christmas function in Hampton? I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And I was envisioning kids and families and Nutcracker, and little did I know I was coming to a punk rock concert. Awesome stuff. One of the most unique Christmas celebrations I think I've ever attended. And you're going to find this poem to be extremely unique as well. This is written by Mike Holtzclaw. Let's hear it from Mike. This is really, really well done. Mike's a very, very talented writer. So I'm going to put this down because I don't think I can read and hold a mic at the same time. Well, here's a mic over here. This one will work. Oh, I'm sorry. Alrighty, you ready for this? Okay. This is called Santa Came to Hampton. Santa Claus came to Hampton in January of this year. He was all worn out from the previous month of delivering candy, toys, and good cheer. He got an Airbnb in Phoebus, put his feet up, and on his pipe he puffed. Just relaxed in the peace and quiet and ate a whole lot of tacos from Stuffed. All right, if you're following me here, if you feel like you know one of the answers to this and the rhyming word, just shout it out. He would sleep late every morning, then to Mango he'd stroll. He even bought a case of preserves to take them back to the North Pole. Santa Claus came to Hampton in February, too, with Mrs. Claus for Valentine's Day and a getaway to woo. They walked the beach at Buckrow. In spite of the chilly weather, they looked like happy Eskimos when they rubbed their noses together. And Mrs. Claus, she was jolly. She was smiling ear to ear, and as she pulled her husband close to her for a selfie at the pier. Santa Claus came to Hampton in March of early spring. He stopped by Langley Air Force Base to greet the first fighter wing. He tried to visit NASA too, but that was a short appearance. The sentry stopped him at the gate. Santa didn't have the clearance. He tried to sneak in for one more time, but again he was turned away when Langley's radar loudly beeped at the sight of an airborne sleigh. Santa Claus came to Hampton in early April as well, sad that he could no longer stay at the Chamberlain Hotel. But he visited some old friends there, and around the fort they did cruise. He showed his face at Maker's Space and drank some Ouzel Finch brews. For exercise, he toured the bay in a rented paddle boat and swam his laps just after taps around the Monroe Moat. Santa Claus came to Hampton, again in the month of May. He brought his wife to do some shopping out Coliseum Way. "I'm hungry," Mrs. Claus said. "So am I," replied Santa Nick. So they wolfed down several sandwiches from the chicken salad chick. They cruised on over to Rosie's after their midday meal, and Mrs. Claus won $1,000 on a lucky spin of the wheel. Santa Claus came to Hampton in June of 22. He dressed up all in blue and white, and he went to HU. Santa looked to Dr. Harvey at the Hampton graduation. When he found him, Dr. Harvey hit up Santa for a donation. Nice one, Mike. "Now that you're retired," Santa said to him pro forma, "you must visit me and Mrs. Claus and bring your lovely wife, Norma." Nice one there. Santa Claus came to Hampton in the heat of mid-July. He said, "Up at the North Pole, the temperature's not this high." He went to a Peninsula Pilots game and had himself a blast. Then on to Langley Speedway, where the drivers go so fast. To hydrate, he drank lots of water. It made his belly bloat. He said, "Next time I'll remember not to wear my big red coat." Santa Claus came to Hampton in August just for a lark. He'd gotten word the Fuzz Band and had a show at Mill Point Park. He wore his shorts and a t-shirt, which looked a little weird. Someone said, "Check out the dance moves on the fat guy with the beard." Then he left downtown in his trusty sleigh, and over the traffic he did cruise. When reindeer guide your way back home, you can avoid those HRBT blues. Santa Claus came to Hampton. It's September, early autumn, to hike a couple miles on the trail at Sandy Bottom. Then he headed over to Bluebird Gap to see the goats and chickens. He called out to one baby pig, "Why, you're cuter than the dickens." At Air Power Park, he made some notes and stuck them in his pocket. Delivering toys would be faster if he swapped his sleigh for a rocket. You guys are good. Santa Claus came to Hampton in October as the weather got cool. He arranged to take a private tour of the brand new Aquaplex pool. It wasn't open to the public yet, but they let him see it all. When his tour guide wasn't looking, Santa jumped in and did a cannonball. He splashed and swam for quite a while till his face began to tingle. If you find a white hair in the pool, you know it's from Kris Kringle. Santa Claus came to Hampton in November to check on his list, all the naughties and all the nices, to see if anyone he had missed. Von Deal? Well, we know he's nice. Everyone at Big Pink Music, too. Little England? Nice. Old With? Nice. And the whole HRBT expansion crew. Finally, there's Mayor Tuck. Santa strokes his beard, quite haughty. With a flick of his wrist, he puts down his list. Mayor Tuck has been very nice. But wait, here it is December. Santa hasn't been here yet. We know this is his big, busy time, but still, we're starting to fret. Did he forget about us? Is he not stopping by? Are Comet and Cupid sick and they are unable to fly? Well, wait, I'm not done.
Well, it's from Santa.
Missy.
It's from Santa.
Oh,
Hold
really?
on a second. All right, guys, I got a message here from Santa. Hello, Hampton. It's me, Santa. The elves and I are watching the live stream here at the North. Oh my gosh, that must be the one viewer. Don't worry. I'll be coming to Hampton on Christmas Eve with lots of presents for everyone. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Okay.
Hey, a message from Santa.
There's one more. I'm sorry, Chris, and then
that's
I'll let
okay.
you finish. I know Santa thinks he's pretty important. I guess I'm going to read this out loud because we're tornado bait and we have no shame. Mike, your zipper is down. Okay, thank you. You can finish now.
He is
I'm sorry.
all-knowing.
I'm sorry.
And Mike, take care of that, buddy. Okay, here we go. Santa Claus will come to Hampton in December. You know that's right. So happy holidays from the History Museum, and to all a good Hampton night. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Mike Holtzclaw. Let's hear it for Mike. Well done, Mike. Nice job. Tornado baiting everybody. Thank you guys so much for this. This was awesome. So much fun.
Wow, I haven't had a man read me a bedtime story since last year.
Did I just?
But I really like your voice.
Did I put you to sleep?
No, you didn't put me
I
to
was
sleep.
gonna
You're like the
say.
father I never had. Do you
I
have
expect
children?
that when I'm on the Hampton Road show, but not here. And
Do you have children, Mike?
Chris, yes.
Chris, I'm sorry.
That's
I got so
okay.
confused, Chris.
I do.
That's why my dad left, because I didn't respect him either.
I have plenty of kids. I don't need any more.
Okay. Just let him know I'm looking for a dad down there at the station.
Okay, well, let's see. Don Roberts just retired. I know, isn't it?
Well, hey, guys, it was fun. It was real. I love you all. Thank you, AL&M Sound. Thank you, Coyote Beach. Thank you, Lonely Teardrops. Thank you, Chris Reckling, Mike Holtzclaw, Hampton History Museum, Seamus, Dwight Easter. I said Dwight Easter twice, didn't I? Say his name's so nice, I had to say it twice.
Dwight, amazing work
We
on the artwork.
love you all.
Amazing job on the artwork, Dwight. Don't forget, you can get pictures back there, $5, really easy.
That's
Make
right.
great gifts.
Happy holidays. We'll see you next year.